Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation, and release the rest to the universe. I'm sorry for the separation between us. I think it had to happen for me to have a serious wake-up call. And this person is definitely having wake-up calls, breakthroughs, epiphanies, revelations, and realizations during this time that you are apart from each other. And it has to happen this way. These connections always come with a time of no contact, with a time of separation for almost 100% of those who are in divine counterpart connections, because this is the time where the growth and the transformation happens. It's almost like your person has this inner knowing that they need to be alone to go through the challenges that come with this transformation. It's not something that they could have gone through with the two of you being together, because it could have caused a lot more damage in this connection if they were trying to achieve that growth, experience those life lessons while the two of you are spending time together. And sometimes that inner knowing becomes a very loud voice, and that's what causes this person to say, I have to run, I have to go, I can't deal with this in the space that we are. It is time for me to wake up. Because in truth, you guys watching the reading, came into this person's life to wake them up, to shake them up, and get them moving on that journey of personal transformation and spiritual awakening. But this person misses you during this separation. They wish that it didn't have to happen, just like you wish it didn't have to happen. But this is where it all happens, actually. It happens for you, for them, and that is what will ultimately give this connection for the two of you a much greater chance to become something powerful, something strong, something unique as this person returns. But at the moment, they do regret running away and shutting down from you because it's difficult for them as well. I've hit rock bottom. I'm filled with regret and angry with myself for taking toxic advice and making bad decisions. Well, perhaps this person did take some toxic advice from people who did not have their best interest or the best interest of this connection at heart. But I feel more so this person regrets making all of the bad decisions that they made along the way concerning you and this connection, which is why they needed to have this wake-up call. They see that they made wrong choices, choosing to shut down, choosing to run away, instead of talking to you and explaining to you what they were feeling, what they were going through. Treating you disrespectfully because the connection was too overwhelming for them, when they should have said, I'm sorry for treating you this way, but I'm feeling very overwhelmed and overpowered by all of this. I'm sorry for being disrespectful, not owning the things that they did wrong. But in this time away, this person is going to become responsible. They're going to become dependable. This person doesn't want to return to you with those same toxic behavior patterns, those same low vibration words, that same dysfunctionality that's within them as well, because this person wants to return to you a transformed person, a more evolved person, someone who is at a higher frequency that's going to be able to much better match your frequency. I have hit rock bottom. Well, I feel that all of this is really taking a toll on your person as well. I'm getting the impression that they're not sleeping right. They're not eating right. They are not taking care of themselves the way that they should. It's almost like positive self-care has almost gone out the window at times, and perhaps it does for you as well, of course, because you are in your own space of sorrow and grieving because of what this person has done to you, causing you to also come through a rock bottom place. And perhaps you aren't eating right or sleeping right or taking care of yourself the way that you need to. But that is part of the challenge through all of this, to continue to put yourself first, to take positive self-care and self-love very seriously, because it is important that we take care of ourselves all the time, regardless of what this person is doing. But they are at the moment in a rock bottom space. And I do feel for a majority of you that are listening to this reading today, this person could be experiencing a dark night of the soul. And that is a difficult thing to grow to. And that is a difficult thing to go through, but it's what's allowing them to see this regret, allowing them to say, I am really pissed off at myself for my bad decisions, for poor choices, for listening to people that were giving me advice that was not the right advice when I should have been listening to my intuition all along. And I regret all of this. But from this rock bottom space, this person is going to pick themselves up day by day because they want to return to this light. And that light is you. It is this connection, but it is also the light of God, the light of the divine. Because when we go through that tunnel that is a dark night experience, we are returned to the light because it truly is the only way that we can navigate that journey. And, we talk about dark night of the soul here from time to time on Crystal Vision 1111. And it's not something you can avoid. You cannot circumvent a dark night of the soul. You can't go around it. You can delay it, but by delaying it, it's just going to make it more difficult, of course, because that is the initiation of this powerful transformation journey that you each undertake as part of these connections. But this person is going through it, and they are picking themselves up, and they are working through it day by day or hour by hour, however they need to. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? You have become a part of me. Without you, I can't seem to function, and everything falls apart. Well, things in your person's life could very well be falling apart at the moment. That as well can definitely be part of a dark night of the soul experience. Because, well, the universe, our angels and guides, God or the divine, whatever your higher power is, they allow those things to happen to us because it is to show us that we need to do things differently. We need to make different choices. We need to make better decisions. We need to take better care of ourselves and honor ourselves and love who we are, even though we might be filled with regret and angry and really pissed off at ourselves. Yes, we still have that responsibility to the divine to take care of our bodies, our souls, and our minds. But your person is having a difficult time without you, is what they're saying here, because you are a part of each other. You belong together. It's like you are the missing piece for each other. This person is definitely aware of that as well, having a hard time functioning without your presence, without your energy. Things falling apart around them. Perhaps things are falling apart around them financially. Perhaps they're having some problems with their job. Perhaps they've been trying to get a promotion or change jobs or go to a better paying job or a job that's going to give them more responsibility. But it seems to be that they are getting one rejection after another. Things falling apart as well can be this person having to deal with, well, the karmic repercussions of their choices, of their bad decisions, for listening to toxic advice that got them nowhere but into this difficult space of what it's like to not have you in their life. But the bottom line through all of this is that they, your person, is having a serious personal and spiritual growth experience, because these are great opportunities for spiritual and personal growth, these connections, but also a dark night of the soul experience. And they're going to come through it just like you, all of you watching the reading, have probably come through a dark night of the soul experience as well. If I didn't take the time to address my unhealed wounds, chances are I'd just keep sabotaging my happiness and yours. And yes, this person needs to address their brokenness and heal their unhealed wounds, old emotional baggage that they have been carrying with them for a very long time, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, perhaps even longer for some of you. We carry those things around us as some sort of protection. We wear it like a protective shield around us because I was hurt all of these years ago. I'm not going to allow myself to fall in love again. I'm not going to allow myself to feel or open my heart again, thinking that that's the solution, falsely believing that that is going to give some sort of protection from falling in love again, but that doesn't really work. It doesn't really happen that way. It just creates more problems for those of us who choose to hold on to unhealed wounds. But you have reflected to this person those unhealed wounds within them that they need to work on, and they are using this time to address that. This is why they are saying, I needed this wake-up call. I needed to see what I was doing wrong. I needed to be aware of all the mistakes, but not only that, I needed to be able to identify why I was doing that. And this is what they are doing during this time of silence between the two of you. It is a difficult experience for them. Yes, more than likely, they are having a dark night of the soul. But the dark night of the soul experience is something to be embraced, because on the other side of it is healing. On the other side of it is light. On the other side of a dark night is the divine waiting to embrace us again and lift us up as we come through the remnants of that journey. That is a difficult thing to go through. But your person is healing, and that is the good news here. But they're also aware that if they had stayed with you the way things were going, they could have kept sabotaging your happiness and their happiness and the stability of this connection, basically saying that they could have done irreparable damage if they did not escape when they did, if they didn't run away. Now, I feel this person should have had a conversation with you that they were going to go off and take care of themselves and figure themselves out and find their place in the world or find themselves or whatever it was that they needed to do. But for most of you, this person did just bolt and run away. And that was not the right approach. This person realizes this as well because they see that by running away from you and not giving you an explanation and abandoning this connection and denying their feelings, that they have created more damage in this connection, although they tried to prevent irreparable damage from being done. But you will see this person own all of this as they return. Only you can ease the deep pain and despair I feel in my heart and soul. Only you. And I do believe that this person is well aware that their despair, their sadness, their melancholy, their depression, their loneliness, their darkness, their isolation is because they miss you. Very aware as well that you are the missing piece to their life. This person longs to get back to you because only you can ease their heartbreak, their suffering, their agony, their pain, but they know that they've got to work through part of it before they start reaching out to talk to you. But what I'm really hearing coming in from this person is that a conversation with you, being able to speak to you, is something that would be so very healing for them at the moment. But they also don't want to bring a lot of their sadness, their despair, their agony, their frustration, their anger at themselves, that internal anger that they are carrying for sabotaging this relationship. They don't want to bring any of that back into this connection either. But they are acknowledging that speaking to you, it would be the healing energy that they need, and I do feel they will be reaching out as soon as they can. Let's see what else is coming in for this message. My brain thinks of you. My eyes long to see you. My hands long to touch you. And my heart longs to love you. Well, there is definitely a longing that is coming from your person. You are on their mind so very much, probably much more than you realize, probably as much as they are on your mind, actually. And this person can't turn these thoughts off. It's part of the reason that they are in this place of rock bottom. It's part of the reason why they are going through what they are going through, because they're having to acknowledge through all of this as well how much they miss you, how much they need you, how much they desire you, how much they love you, which is why when this person does return, you are going to see a very different version of this person. Someone who is more loving and understanding, someone who is more nurturing and giving, someone who's going to have a lot more compassion for you than they had before, someone who is going to stand by you and make sure that your needs are being met by them. And I mean needs, love needs, energetic needs, passionate needs, time together needs. Consistency is the key, and this person realizes that as well. But they are longing for you. They want to touch you. They want to kiss you. They want to see you. They want to hold you. But most importantly, this person wants you to know that they long to love you. And if they have this opportunity to love you again, they will never put you through any of this crap ever again, because it is a very difficult experience for this person right now. They are having to acknowledge that they sabotaged this relationship because of their fears, their unhealed wounds, their own internal unhappiness, their own internal anger for not getting rid of these things earlier when they had this great opportunity to build this relationship with you. And if they had addressed those things earlier on, things would be in a very different space for you and this person in regard to this connection right now. But let's use some tarot cards now and see what else. Let's see what else Spirit is sharing with the collective today, please. This might be a very interesting tarot portion for the reading today. Well, the Queen of Pentacles, they are definitely longing to see you, touch you, and love you, with the Queen of Pentacles showing up. They have this deep desire for you. They miss your energy. They miss your grounding presence around them. They miss your earthiness, because this person does believe that you are very down to earth, that you are very real and authentic with them. And they know that they were perhaps not so real and authentic with you, which is going to be one of the big changes that you see in this person as they come back. They miss your advice. They miss talking to you. They miss just being able to tell you things that happened during their day, whether they were good, whether they were bad or horrible, or in between, problems that they were having at work with someone who was driving them crazy, who was not doing their work or taking credit for your person's work, someone who was making the workplace perhaps toxic and dysfunctional, perhaps your person's boss being a bit of a pain in the booty, creating a lot of problems and drama for them as well, being able to talk to you about what's going on with toxic and dysfunctional friends or family members, or perhaps things breaking around the house, because you are a good listener. You have a lot of wisdom, and you very lovingly shared that wisdom with your person. Sometimes they just wanted you to listen to them and validate them, which you do as well, because you have this calm, grounding, kind energy, this loving energy about you. And this person definitely desiring to get back to that and return to you. The Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. But you don't have to be an earth sign or any sign that I mentioned for this reading today. It is a collective reading, and it is for everyone. It is more important that we consider the overall message that Spirit is sharing with the collective, and that is, your person is in this dark place, They could very well be experiencing a dark night of the soul, and they want to talk to you and communicate with you more than anything at the moment, because they do believe that that is something that is going to help ease their deep pain and despair that they are feeling within their heart and soul right now. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. And this is the Eight of Wands. Well, the Eight of Wands is all about communication. Yes, your person does indeed want to speak. They do want to talk to you. I feel if they just can connect to your energy, they feel that they would feel so much better. They'd feel so much lighter and brighter because they would feel the love. And they are even now trying to connect to you in that 5D space through dreams, through telepathy, because they want you to reach out to them and send them that healing touch that is you. Just being around you makes them feel so much better, so much lighter and brighter. And, you know, they can't experience you in the 3D at the moment, not in their current state, but they do want to reach out and start talking as soon as they come out of the other end of this dark night of the soul. Because as this person bursts through this dark night on the other end, they are going to be ready for talking. They are going to be ready for sharing so much with you about what they experienced, about their transformation, about how they were in this rock bottom place because of their own doing, and how they've pulled themselves up and through it as well, but also showing you with their words and actions how much they care about you, and no longer finding a need to hold back with any of those things. But the Eight of Wands is a card that tells us things are going to start accelerating, especially as your person comes out of where they are at the moment, because they want to talk. Now, it's interesting as well because the Eight of Wands keeps coming up for these readings here on Crystal Vision 1111. And I do feel that there is a general acceleration of events that is happening in the collective. So I do really believe that things are going to start moving in a much more positive space for you and your person of interest. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? And this is the King of Pentacles. Well, the King, oh my goodness. Holy moly, it just hit me, guys. You guys probably saw it faster than I did. The King and Queen of Pentacles. Yes, we do have a royal couple for this reading today. So, your person may be going through something at the moment, but it is giving them exactly what they need to show up to be your partner. Whenever we receive a king and a queen of the same suit for a reading, and this is Pentacles, which is Earth, that symbolizes a divine partner, a divine couple. So that is all about divine masculine and divine feminine coming together in union. So yes, this person desires union with you, but they needed to go through all of this stuff. They didn't need to go through all of this when the two of you were together, because they are having to address all of their oogie boogie darkness, all of their old illusions, all of their old emotional wounds and baggage, and get rid of it because it doesn't belong in this divine counterpart connection. I do love the energy of the King of Pentacles because the King of Pentacles is rock solid, mature. The King of Pentacles is someone who is going to be dedicated and determined to building a partnership with you, someone who's not going to back down, someone who's going to be courageous and confident and no longer living in that place of their fear, but someone who's going to show up and be ready to talk to you about their plans for this future with you, because the King of Pentacles energy does have a plan. Now, the King of Pentacles does move a little slowly, especially if this person is going through a dark night experience at the moment. But when they come out of it, this Eight of Wands is all about this whoosh, this surge of energy coming at you. The energy of the King of Pentacles as well is someone who desires a long-term, stable partnership, a long-term relationship, a committed relationship, one where you can build your lives together, where you can plan your lives together, because the energy of the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, wants it to be lasting. They desire this lasting love. They don't want something to come along and create problems between the two of you again moving forward, which is why they are spending this time to address their issues, to get rid of that junk that doesn't belong in their psyche, in their persona, in their subconscious, in their baggage, or any of those other places, because they want to be free and clear of all that. Because they want to show back up for you in this place where you can see directly from them this transformation that's happened within them, this power that they are now embodying. Because this is the energy of someone who wants partnership, and that is regardless of your person's sign, regardless of their gender. This is the energy of this card and the energy of the reading. And here at Crystal Vision 1111, we do collective readings, and we just ask for you to take what resonates and release the rest to the universe. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? And this is the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Well, this is just so very powerful. The Queen, the King, the 10 of Pentacles. Well, what I'm really hearing is that even though this time apart from your person is a very difficult thing for you to go through, and it's a very hard thing to experience right now, it is all working together ultimately for good. Because with the 10 of Pentacles, it is about your person wanting to create their life with you, where there's stability, where there is security, where there is family, perhaps, having your family together, combining your families, having children together, bringing your extended families together, combining your pet families as well. Please just take all of that as it resonates for you. But ultimately, this 10 of Coins is about your person wanting it all with you and making sure that this relationship is going to last, that it can withstand not only the test of time, but anything and everything else that life tries to throw at you, which is why this time of separation, although I don't like to use that word, I much prefer to say preparing for union, but it's why this time away from each other is so important, because this is where the maturing happens, the spiritual growth, the awakening, that greater self-mastery as well. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? And this is the 2 of Wands. Well, this is all about your person taking charge and taking action. This is also about your person wanting to travel with you. And with the energy of the Queen and King and 10 of Pentacles, I do feel that there will be many trips for you and this person as you start coming back together. But the 2 of Wands tells us your person is going to take control. This is about them taking action. The interesting thing as well about all kings, and this is the King of Pentacles, all kings do take action. They don't just sit around and do nothing. They do think about things. They do come up with a strategy. But once that strategy is in place, bam, especially with the 8 and the 2 of Wands. Those are cards of movement. Those are cards of action. Those are cards that are going to get things out of this place of stagnation, where they have been for some of you for a very long time. Now, the 2 of Wands as well does confirm there is a divine counterpart connection here for you and this person. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today. Let's see what we need to hear. What is Spirit sharing with the collective? And the King of Cups. Oh my goodness. Oh, the King of Cups is just following us from reading to reading. That energy just keeps coming up over and over. And I find it fascinating, and I have actually said those words before as well, that I find it fascinating that the King of Cups keeps coming up. over and over here on Crystal Vision 1111, but also on our other main channel, Soulmates Twin Flames Tarot, because the King of Cups is the King of Love. The King of Cups is a water sign, so that's Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. But when your person returns, you're going to see them being emotionally vulnerable and expressive. Your person taking action on this love that they feel for you, which makes all the sense in the world considering the Queen, the King, and the 10 of Pentacles, because that is about your person wanting all of it with you. This person wants to take this connection to the place where you are together for the long haul, where you are together for the rest of your lives, where you can create traditions with your families for how you celebrate holidays and special events, where you can travel together, just the two of you, or perhaps with some of your families or friends as well, because this is about your person basically saying, I am going through this dark night of the soul, and through this dark night experience, I am seeing what I really want, need, and desire in my life, and that is you, and that is this connection. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Ooh, this reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood. This card comes with number 30. The artist for this deck does not put what the meanings or the titles of the cards on this deck. I don't know why. I wish they did, but yet we can tell what that's about, though. Look at that wolf and look at that cloaked figure in red, looking very much like Little Red Riding Hood. Oh my gosh, that is an old song. Here comes little... Who sang that song? Why am I thinking about that song right now? It's probably not the happiest of songs, but yet I thought it was a cool song back in the day. This card does come with number 30. Now that can be the 30th of any month. It can be your age or their age, now or when you met. It can be the number 3. It can be March. It can be the 3rd of any month as well. Well, this does somewhat look like a dark night of the soul in a way, doesn't it? Your person coming through their darkness, being able to address their fears, their doubts, their illusions, their insecurities, that old baggage, leaving it at the baggage claim, getting rid of it once and for all of the stuff that has ever held them back from this love, from this connection, but also from other areas of their lives as well. Because holding on to old wounds and dragging that heavy baggage and luggage around is not only going to negatively impact relationships, it is going to negatively affect other areas of our lives as well. And this person doesn't want their life to be negatively impacted by this stuff anymore, because you have reflected to them those things that they need to get rid of, and they can see the kind of life that they can have with you by their side. The love that this person feels for you is so very deep, with this King of Cups being here. So this person using this time very efficiently and very wisely to gain that wisdom as well that comes with that King of Cups. But let's see what else. What else is the universe sharing with the collective, please? I really feel that this is about communication that's coming from your person. We have this figure here in this beautiful purple Victorian dress and fancy feathered headdress or hat or whatever that is on top of her head, walking to the post office, walking to the post box, walking to the mail space, carrying a red rose. And there is a red seal on that envelope as well. This is all about a message of love that is coming from your person. We also have a lot of what I think might be geese or ducks flying in the air as well, indicating that things are about to get moving between the two of you. Now this card comes with number 15. If anyone resonates with number 15, that can be the 15th of any month. It can be January 5th. It can be May 1st. It can be the number 6. So it can be the 6th of any month as well. Number 6, all about balance. all about equilibrium, all about harmony, all about being hopeful, because all of these things are going to be included in this connection for you and this person as they return, as they come back to you, because this person wants ultimately this partnership and this union with you. And that is all over this bottom row of tarot cards with the Queen, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. But let's see what else. See what else is coming in for this message today, please. Sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. Well, yes, you guys watching the reading are probably experiencing some of this as well. Your own sorrow and sadness because you miss them and they miss you. And they are experiencing a lot of sorrow as well because only you can ease the deep pain and despair that they're feeling. They're having to feel all of this, but it is giving them greater self-awareness. It is waking them up and getting them moving. It is causing them to look at themselves in a way that they have never done so before by looking within and addressing those things inside that are things that have needed to be healed for such a very long time. And this person has needed to get rid of that baggage, that clutter, that junk, those old wounds, all of the things that have been holding them back from experiencing the best in life and love. They know they have to release that in order to be able to get to that space again where they can feel and experience this love with you. Hopeless, sinking despair and falling apart. Well, I do feel there are times when this person has had those experiences where they feel that they are falling apart, where they feel that they are broken up inside, where they are feeling that despair and anguish, that sinking feeling in the pit of their stomach, because they are having to acknowledge the things that they have done, that they are feeling all of this regret and remorse for, that they brought into your life. Is that here? Don't know. Yeah, your person, I can't seem to function and everything is falling apart because they are filled with regret and they are angry at themselves for making such poor choices and bad decisions and saying words that were so very hurtful to you. And they don't want to be that person anymore. They want to be someone who's going to be able to meet you at your level, which is definitely expressed here in the tarot portion of the reading, because they want to build a strong foundation. And that is the Ten of Pentacles, all written out in words, in action, actually established. They want to establish traditions. They want to establish safety and security in this relationship. They want to perhaps have a family. Again, please only take that as it resonates. All of that really is about building a strong foundation for this relationship and making sure that that foundation is going to be supercharged and superpowered, which it absolutely will be with the Queen, the King, and the Ten of Pentacles, because all of those are so very much about stability in life, but also stability and security in love as well. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What is happening? What do we need to know? So I really get this strong impression that when this person returns, everything is going to be different, because they're not going to want to go through a similar experience like this dark night experience, this separation from each other experience, this loneliness, this despair, this sinking feeling, this loss, this grieving, this sorrow and depression. They are not going to want to go through that again, which is why they are getting it done. And they know that the only way that they could address those things within is to take this time away from you. And I understand that it's hurtful and they've been gone a long time and you want to talk to them, but you really do want them to return when they have come through all of this and ready to stand up and stand next to you to create this life with you. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. Talking. Well, yes, your person does want to talk. What did they say? And here I'm going to mess this up again. Only you can ease the deep pain that I am feeling, the deep pain and sorrow and sadness and everything else that this person is feeling. And they are aware of that. And even though they may not be talking to you at the moment, for most of you watching this reading, what this has awakened them to is the fact that you are the only one who can ease their suffering, who can ease their pain, who can ease their heartache and heartbreak, who can heal all of these things within them as well. And that has been a tremendous wake-up call experience for this person to have. But they will be talking to you. That is the energy of that Eight of Wands. When they are ready to burst out of that dark night, out of that dark tunnel, because they want to reconnect with you, because they want this partnership with you. And this is Phoenix, new phase and rekindle, renew and growth, rise from the ashes. Well, yes, it also says changed mind. And I feel that that is about these wake-up calls, these breakthroughs, these epiphanies that this person is having. Those are the very things that have caused this person to understand so much more, causing them to change their way of thinking about this connection, about love, saying that I shouldn't have feared this, I should have embraced it, I shouldn't have run away, I should have stayed and fought for us. But I knew that I had things going on within that were ugly, that I needed to work on, and I could not be around you as I was working on those things, because it's been a difficult experience for me to address them. And I know that you would have rather had me stay, but by going away, I really feel that I have done the best that I can to salvage. I really feel that I have done the best that I can to salvage this relationship, because I am hoping that I have not done irreparable damage, because I want you and I want this connection. I want this opportunity for the two of us to not only come back together, but lay a strong foundation, an established and powerful foundation that is secure and safe for both of us to come together and create our lives in union. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.